Hey guys, Jack here with the Hobby Lair, and today we have a super awesome video. This is the Festival in a Box, FIAB from Vegas. This was released last year, and we've kept it sealed all the way up until now. But with the next Festival in a Box releasing next week on Secret Lair, that'd be a good idea to crack this thing open. Yeah, and like I said, it's really good timing because next Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific, they're releasing the next Festival in a Box. This one is also going to be awesome. I'm going to try to get my hands on it. It's going to be a limited run, so I don't know if I'll be able to get my hands on it, but if I can, I will. Getting back to this box is ginormous. My camera, it can't even fit the whole thing in the frame, which is usually not the case. This is very few far in between when that happens, but inside the box is an equally large size box, except for this one just says Magicon on it and has the Magicon symbol. All right, taking a look at the back of the box here, it says product English only, all the stuff that it contains, which is a lot of stuff. Importantly, it's made in the US, so everything was printed in the US. And since we're about to open the box, we won't go into all the details until we open the box, but let's do that right now. And we're back. Inside of that giant box are just these three smaller packages. Let's open up this one on the right here. This one is the biggest of the three, and inside is a promo pack and a bunch of booster packs. All right, so let's take that one out, and ooh, that is a nice spread of booster packs. We'll take a look at those in a second, but first, Relentless Rats. Very fancy looking. It's interesting that it's sleeved and in a top loader. It's the first time I've gotten a card and a package that's already top loaded and sleeved like this. Yeah, usually it's not like this. Usually it's in a single sleeved promo pack where you have to open it. It's almost like a mini booster pack, but this is definitely unique. It's definitely special. And Relentless Rats, always good to have a bunch of those because you can have so many of those in your deck, as many as you would like. All right, so we'll set that to the side, and then let's check out the booster packs. Yeah, I don't know a better way to do this, so I'm just going to dump them all out and try to finagle them. There is a very large stack of these, so it's kind of tough to finagle with. And all right, we're just going to set them down and then go through them. So let's start off with some Dominaria Remastered. I think these are all draft packs, but we'll see. All right, so next we have a Brothers War draft booster. Yeah, these seem to all be draft boosters. Phyrexia, we got some Streets, Dominaria United. Yeah, this could make for a really good Chaos draft. That's the whole point of this. You have your mystery boosters, which makes for a really good Chaos draft, and then you have all of these boosters from all different sets. There's multiple Innistrad sets in here as well. Modern Horizons. Ooh, I'm gonna definitely crack these. Maybe I won't save those for the draft. But yeah, if you have a small pod at home, these would make for a fantastic night of fun. Lots of different draft boosters. The Kamigawa ones are pretty nice as well. Man, there's so many good things in here. I'm still looking for that one Boseiju. Need like 3 copies of that, so for all my decks. So I'm still searching for those, and then we have some March of the Machines drafts as well. Man, these would make for a very fun draft night. Get all your friends, get a little pod going. I think there's 24 total. Let's count these real quick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, around 24 total, I think. And then, yeah, so if you have a pot of 8, this would make for a fantastic draft night. All right, but most important thing in here, Dan Frazier's Mox Box. This is probably the priciest thing in here in terms of individual cards. So it's almost like a little secret lair. Okay, so it is considered a secret lair. Thank you for being a part of the secret lair. Here's a little composition thank you card. But the thing I'm looking forward to the most in this entire box is this little promo pack, this little secret layer of Moxes, Dan Frazier Moxes. These are all foil etched. Yeah, these look so good. They look so good. Dan Frazier's arts on artifacts are just awesome and very classic looking, plus the foil etched look. These are absolutely insane, and they're worth a pretty penny as well. This is one of my favorite foil etched things. I'm not usually a huge fan of foil etched. I kind of like the textured foils better. There's a couple of different treatments I like better than this. Even some of the extended arts, the full arts, but on these artifacts, the classic look plus the foil etching. All right, and then we also have a Ox Tantalite. This thing actually got a little bit more popular during the Doctor Who pre-con releases with the suspend mechanic. Since then, I think it's fallen off a bit again, but during that time, I think it spiked in price a little bit. And then we have a Soul Ring, and this thing looks amazing. This will always be super popular, but there's a little bit of whitening at the top for something that's straight out of a pack. It's really, really unfortunate to see, but if I'm just using it in my decks, it will hardly be noticeable, and it's not really rare enough to be graded or anything like that, so I probably will just be using it in one of my blinged out decks, more or less. Hey, and there is an Arcane Signet as well. This one looks really nice. Yeah, these are just the Commander basics. Every Commander deck's gotta have an Arcane Signet and a Soul Ring. Really, really happy with those. All right, and finally, we're gonna move on to this. We're gonna open up the entire box today. We're not gonna do the booster packs, the draft boosters that we saw earlier, but we will do the entire box of convention boosters because I'm really, really curious what is inside, and I am chasing a Mana Crypt, which I have heard is the best pull that you can get out of these. I also would not mind a Demonic Tutor, so there's a couple of things I'm still looking for in here. And so I want to open up the whole thing, and I really want to play with those fancy little playtest cards as well. All right, when these first came out, they were going for around $300. Now you can find it for around $200. This is the convention edition. There's also a retail edition that you can find for around $300, so a little bit more expensive. The main difference is that the convention edition doesn't have a foil. It has a playtest card. And then the retail edition has a foil card, and you can find those at your LGSs. With the convention edition, it's only at conventions and in secret lair products like this. So that's the only place you can get them, and yeah, currently going for around that $200 mark. By the way, this whole box was around $250, $270 with taxes and everything. So the entire Festival One box was around that. So that was a pretty good deal last year. Nowadays, $350 for the entire box, which still isn't too bad. Not big jump on eBay, so very affordable still. If you're interested in one of these, I'd suggest to pick one up now. I can only see these going up in price. But yeah, let's dive into the first pack here. We start off with a Dark Ritual. Very nice. Not a very expensive card, just a little over $1, but it's really cool seeing some of these list cards, some of these mystery booster cards. Yeah, the art on some of these, it's brings back memories. So the reason these cards are, and a Sliver Hive Lord, very, very, very nice. I love my Sliver deck. Oh, and this is one of those playtest cards I was talking about. They're very silly. The art is usually like hand drawn almost. This one actually looks a little bit better than most of them, but they have some very, very unique abilities. Nice little path there. But yeah, this whole set is pretty much the same as the list. There are very, very slight subtle differences if you find a mystery booster versus a list card. And the difference is in the little planeswalker symbol. Some of them are, one of them is like slightly more to the right and one of them is slightly bigger, but it's really hard to be able to tell the difference. And if you ever go on Card Kingdom or even your local OGS, at least I know mine, they don't differentiate between the two. It's the list. They call it the list, and it's the same as the mystery boosters. And the way they do this is it's not reprints, it's straight pickups is what they call it. So they take the old art file of the card and they just put the little planeswalker symbol. They just tack it right on there. They don't change any of the art. They don't change any of the rule texts. And yeah, all of it's just printed. Ooh, a Draco. Nice. Draco. It's 16 cost, which is one of the highest costs in the game, but it's 2 less for every basic land. So you're probably going to cast it for most decks 6. And an Eldritch Evolution. Nice. Yeah, you're never going to pay 16 for that card. It's, you know, you're paying 6 for it, and it's pretty good bargain. And yeah. All right, moving on to the next pack here. Yeah, some of these cards are really fun to see. So far, we haven't really hit anything of high value. It's very hit or miss, these boxes, I would say. You're either hitting a bunch of little things or you're hitting one big thing, and you never know. I will say the hit rates for the Mana Crypt are pretty high. I know a couple of friends that got this convention booster box, and pretty much every other one of them found a Mana Crypt. So I thought it was going to be really rare, but apparently the pull rates are relatively high, and one person actually got 2 in the same box. So some of these boxes can pop off like absolute crazy, but then you can have some duds too. So far I'd say this box has been a dud, but yeah, let's keep opening up some packs and see if we can get anything good. No Spine Dragon, and a Release of Gremlins. Okay, so this pack has a double hitter. 2 rares in the same pack. Neither of them are worth a lot, but it's still cool to see, and one of them's a dragon. It's always nice getting a couple of dragons here and there. So, yeah. Ooh, Sangir Vampire. That brings back memories. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get out of this. It's just all over the place, and that's kind of the excitement of it. You can get stuff from 20 years ago and not be surprised that it's in there. Ooh, Kaya Ghost Haunter, not a hunter but a ghost haunter. She haunts ghosts. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, some of those cards are absolutely silly, but some of those cards are actually worth a good bit of money. There's a couple that are worth $10 and above, which is crazy for playtest cards that you can't actually use in actual decks. They are very, very fun to play with, though, in a mystery booster draft. And yeah, it's a Cream Marchesa. Again, not a very expensive. I think this is like less than a quarter at this point. Enroll in the coalition. But yeah, it's crazy that this box is all about as random as possible, right? So you have all list cards from all different sets of Magic's history. You have your playtest cards, and it's a complete chaos kind of a draft. But then you have the opposite nowadays, where in Bloomborough, for example, they took out the list, right? So they want to get rid of all the randomness. So it seems like they're really trying to tailor different products to different folks and do completely different things with different. It kind of makes sense. I mean, the Friday night drafts, if they're always completely random, it can kind of get annoying, but I don't know. I didn't mind the list cards. It wasn't nearly enough, and they weren't powerful enough to really, make too much of a difference, especially with power creep the way it is. Like old cards, well, Mana Tithe, I guess, is still kind of annoying, but like, older cards, you're not going to have the same impact as you do with more modern cards. All right, so we have an Animato's Augury. Man, where are all the hits in here? I'm going to put the money signs, the costs for everything, the prices for everything that's above $1, but I don't think we're going to see many of those, at least so far. I feel like we're very much in a drought. It's been, 5 or 6 packs now, I think, without anything crazy. One thing you have to pay attention to in this as well is because it is the initial prints, it is straight pickups, you're going to run into a lot of cases where things that are probably what you would assume to be rare are actually just commons and uncommons, which is a little annoying, but it's kind of exciting in this because now in your common slot and your uncommon slot, you can get things like Demonic Tutor and things like that. So it's kind of fun. But so far this box, not even talking about commons and uncommons, even the rares and the mythics, it's just been so bad. It's been so bad. Gideon Jura is kind of nice. It's a nice little mythic, but man, the value isn't quite there yet. Some of these are really, really common rares and mythics as well. Really hoping that the second half of this box picks up. I think there's 24 packs in here total, so yeah, I think we still have 10 or 12 more to go. We're only halfway through, so plenty of opportunity to improve, but man, so far, Darksteel Garrison. Look at that Future Sight frame. This is going to be what a lot of the next Mystery Booster 2 is going to be. A lot of the chase cards are going to be in this Future Sight kind of frame, and they're going to look really nice. So they're no longer just, straight reprints. They are reprints with a different frame, maybe slightly different art. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I'm very excited to open up some of those and see exactly what kind of stuff they are. All right, let's see what we can get out of this pack. Artisan of Kozilek. Eldrazi, very nice. I think this is a standard in a lot of the precons already though, so not a huge hit. But that is not bad at all. A Lotus Petal. That's wow, yeah. So this is an example of it's a common, but you know, it's worth a lot more than a lot of rares. And most of the mythics, actually all of the rares are mythics that we've pulled so far today. So it just goes to show, you know, some commons and some, you know, uncommons like demonic or speaking of the devil, there is the demonic tutor. Yep, so that's the uncommon, just an uncommon sorcery there. But yeah, one of the most hyped staples. Everyone wants one. It's kind of annoying though. I personally don't enjoy running demonic. I do need one or two more in my decks, but I don't enjoy it. Ooh, this particular pack is banging. So we got a demonic tutor and we have a double hitter here. Wow, that's a amazing pack. I actually hate running demonic because you have to search your deck. I don't like to search. It really slows down the game. I mean, some people do it kind of at the end of their turns, and then, you know, there's 3 turns after, but if multiple people are searching, it can really slow down the game. That's a fun card. Goblin Game. Nice. Hides at least one object and reveal them simultaneously. Reveal them and loses life, half their life. Yeah, crazy. Basilisk Collar. It's a nice little, slightly playable card. Yeah, there's something going on up there. But yeah, straight out of a pack, and it's not the best condition there. All right, moving on. Don't have that many more packs to go. I think we've made a couple of good hits, or two solid hits so far. Hoping for a couple more here. I mean, this is truly a $200 box. I don't think we've gotten nearly $200 out of value, out of the mystery booster, that is. Out of the promos and the secret lair with the moxes, you know, all that together, definitely the value has been there. All right, let's keep going here. Yuriko and a good guard. Death Swarm. Bat Fungus Horror. All right. 4 or 5 more packs to go? Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can get some anything else. Anything else here? Death. Mark of Mutiny. Dragon's Guard. I love the art on that bear. Looks really nice. Oh yeah, and also this is one of the weirdest. Ooh, okay. Torment of Hailfire. All right, that'll do it. That will do it. Nice. Recently got a secret lair with the Comic Sans version of that card, and it looks absolutely silly. But the art is it's amazing. It's amazing art, but it's weird, like trolly Comic Sans typing on it, which is really, really, really weird on a Magic card. But yeah, like I said, the art on it is crazy. If they could have done that art with just regular font, oof, sell like hotcakes. Aether Flux Reservoir, that's another good one. Fun little win con for any life gain decks. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can get anything else. Still holding out hope for a Mana Crypt, but the hope is slowly dying as we are slowly opening more packs. And I think we're down to our last 3 to 4 packs now. All right, let's see what our risks. Okay, Elf Warrior, very nice, very nice. Yeah, I played that in my Galadriel deck. It absolutely pops off late game when you have a little bit more mana to burn. And yeah, this is a commit to memory here. Nice little flip card. Hey, okay, Barry's Land. It's a cloud that taps for a colorless mana, and it's one of the few cards that are above $1. So that's the first one I think that we've seen that's above $1. But there's a couple in here. Surprisingly, that is one of them. But yeah, they're not legal. You can't actually play them except for in drafts, and I guess you can rule 0 them in if you're playing with just your friends. Ooh, and a nice little Supreme Verdict here. It's an Azorius board wipe that can't be countered. Imaginary friends, you're creating 0/0s, 3/0/0s. Yeah, those Azorius board wipes are the bang of my standard games right now. I'm running into so much Azorius control, and I'm usually running more aggro decks, and every time I see those, I kind of auto forfeit. They're just not worth it. Ooh, Grey Pelt. Yeah, the land cycle in here isn't too bad. Maelstrom Archangel, 5-colored Angel. So if you want to run a 5-color Angel deck, this is a great commander for it, and decent ability too. Temporal Mastery. All right, that's a good, nice little hit. One of the extra turn cards. Oh, people absolutely hate those in Commander. I feel like, I don't know if it's just my Commander group, but there's a lot of things that people just absolutely despise, you know, like any kind of counter spells, any kind of extra turn shenanigans. So I guess a lot of blue shenanigans, blue stuff, people just aren't a big fan of in my playgroup. And I guess it kind of makes sense because, you know, it prevents you from playing Magic for the most part. Ooh, and a nice little Master Transmuter here. Combos really well with a lot of things, and an Hellish Norn. Very nice. I didn't even realize this was in the list slash mystery boosters. That is a fun little card to have. That card especially goes really well right now with Maha, with the in the Bloomburrow set where Maha turns everyone into something 1, so it turns all their toughness to 1, all your opponent's toughness to 1 for all their creatures. And if you have an Hellish Norn, then it's essentially a one-sided board wipe for everyone, and they would all hate you. But those are 2 very big creatures, so if you're able to get both on the field without getting them countered or removed, you probably deserve to have a one-sided board wipe. I think all of my playgroups are very aggressive with their removals, so that would definitely not stand. I think this is the last pack. Hopefully we can get some last pack magic here. Can we get a Mana Crypt on our very last pack here? Fingers crossed. And Tatiova, interesting. Alchemist's Vial really is from all over the place. Tower Evians is a fun one. Got a double hitter here, but not what we're looking for. Okay, so going through all of our hits right here. Yeah, I mean, we got some solid hits. Was it $200 worth of value? Definitely not. I think we're probably at, like, you know, a little over 100, which is pretty solid for a booster box. But I mean, the cost of this thing is crazy. I think it really factors in that you can get a Mana Crypt. Pretty happy with what we did get. What do you guys think about this box? We're going to open up the Mystery Booster 2 soon if we can get our hands on the next Festival in a Box. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.